Yes, hi, and welcome to the Dark Knight Conspiracies, episode 84. Shall we play a game? Trust the plan. So for all of you out there that might be following me, as you know, I haven't been on in a while, and it's no issues, just trying to process everything that's been going on, and it's been fast and furious, and before I focus on, one issue or news articles out there, 4 or 5 more pop up. So in my instance, it's been pretty hard to do a show, but I'm back. And I think you'll enjoy this episode because I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. And like everything else, I get my gut feelings on stuff, and I was listening to a show this morning, and the guest on the show brought up that talked about these Illuminati cards. And for those of you that don't know what the Illuminati is, you can go research it online. But basically it's a pact that follows Lucifer. And there was a card game that was brought out in 1982 that had 110 cards. Since then it's been expanded in 94 and 95, and now I believe the set's up to 412 cards. Well, I'm only going to focus on the original 1982, and I want you to keep that date in mind when I go through this, because I'm talking about 1982. So as we get into this, I just want to bring up, let me backtrack. Let me go back to what the guest said. And this is what got me down this rabbit hole. He said, well, there was a card, and again, this is a card game, like all the other fantasy card games in, the 1990s that, the kids were playing and everything. And some had said that these are considered tarot cards, whatever. I'm just putting the information out there. Well, what you believe is your belief. But anyways, the guest said that there was a card in there that predicted this Canadian trucker convoy. Well, in the original 110 set, I did not see that card specifically. It could have been in the expansion sets. I have not researched those. I'm just focusing on the original 110 cards from 1982. But before I get into that, I want to bring up something that was said, and it talked about Daniel's 70-week, theory in the Bible, which it's not a theory in my opinion, it's fact. And what it focused on was Israel's 70th birthday. So what I did is, based on what he said, if you take the birthday and add 666 days to it, you come up with the date of 3/11. So I looked up, when did Israel become or had their 70th birthday? Well, it was in May 15th of 2018. So when I added, and I used a calendar calculator, when I added 666 days to it, what I got was 3/11/2020. Why is that date significant? Well, that's when all this CV-19 started. So then that led me down this other path. But if you don't think this, for you people out there that don't think this is biblical in any way, and this is this is not good versus evil, you're terribly mistaken. These people focus on certain dates, certain numbers, and I could probably do a whole show on that, but there's too many people out there that do that stuff. So I'm just going to get into this card game. So what I did, while I was looking for this specific card, going through all the cards in the deck, I put together a spreadsheet, and I spent a significant amount of time on doing this, and I put them in categories. And mind you, I'm only dealing with 110 cards at this point, and you'll see that there's some duplicate cards to the categories. So let's get into it. We're going to first start with the big media card, and this is going to focus on the media, fake news, mainstream. Again, Project Mockingbird, everybody knows, you can look that up, everybody knows what this is. So here are the cards, and I'm going to try and go through this quickly because I've got a lot of cards in here, and I'm just going to give quick descriptions on some of them. So you got big media, cable TV. Again, I'm going to remind everybody, 1982. A lot of this stuff didn't exist back then. Think about this stuff now and what you're witnessing. Okay? Censorship. This MTV card, which shows subliminal messages coming through the TV. Faction fight, they want us divided. Cover up. Everything they've been doing since day one. Rewriting history. We still don't know what our true history is because, as they say, history is written by the winners, not the losers. Exposed. We're seeing a lot of this now. Project Veritas, CNN. We're starting to see a lot of people exposed. Blinded by science. What are they doing on TV? They can't get their message straight on what the science is. Power. Hollywood. Ketchup is a vegetable. In other words, if you tell a lie long enough, people will believe it. Oh, let's get organized. Hearing that a lot. Media connections, media blitz, media sensation, political correctness, sports. Hello, LeBron James. Any of this ringing a bell? The recording industry, the Red Scare, Russia. Scandals, Jeff Zucker, everybody else, the Clintons, it goes on and on. Three-letter agencies that have been speculated of controlling and manipulating these agencies. Underground newspapers. This is the alt media. This is all these people out there with the cup full of hopefulness, trying to go through the mainstream media. Unmasked. We're starting to see everybody unmasked. The witch hunt. Russia. The Green Party. The Green New Deal. The Green Party didn't exist in 82. Infoban. This is censorship again. Saturday morning cartoons. What have they been showing in the Saturday morning cartoons? God only knows. The Simpsons, Family Guy, Get the picture? Although those aren't Saturday morning, but they're cartoons. Tabloids. Everybody remember, the tabloids from the 70s and everything, and then psychics, and we're seeing all the psychics out there. Video games. What? Video games? Nobody had game systems or computers back on... in the 70s you had Pong. Interesting, isn't it? So let's go to the next category. Oh, we got the Clintons. Bill Clinton. Interesting photo. It's got a dog collar with a leash on it. Dog comms? Interesting. Hillary. Again, this is 1982, people. Scandal. LaMonica Lewinsky. China. Open access server. Count Dracula. Does this have to do with any of that achrome stuff? I don't know. Family values. Oh. And George Bush. Family values. What families have been in control of government for the last 30 years? Read my lips. Anybody remember the famous George Bush speech? Read my lips. No new taxes? Coincidence? Immortality serum. That goes back to that chrome stuff, right? Plague of Demons. And it's got the Capitol in the background. And you're going to notice a lot of these cards are going to be featured in other categories. Oh, what is that? Is that familiar? Does that look like 9/11 in 1982? Oh, same thing. What happened there? Anybody remember? Whoa, wait a minute. Pizza? That was shot down. There's no such thing as Pizzagate. Power. Teflon coating. These people couldn't be touched. Nobody was held accountable. Again, unmasked. Stealing the plans. Again, server, China. Connect the dots. And that's it for that category. Let's go back to all these groups. You got black activists, BLM, Antifa, faction fight. Us against them. They want us divided. Gay activists, LGBT community. Didn't exist out there in 1982. It did, but it wasn't out in the open. Power to the people. Gonna take our country back, right? Let's get organized. Mob influence, cancel culture, moral minority. Abortion, all this other stuff going on, CRT, the schools. All of a sudden, the people that have morals in this country are the minority. Never surrender. Hearing that a lot today. Solidarity. Hearing a lot today. Revolution. Hearing a lot of that today. Society for Creative Anarchism. BLM. Antifa. See in the picture here? Underground newspapers. Again, alt-right media. People circumventing the mainstream media. You're seeing Joe Rogan getting attacked. All these people, this has been orchestrated for years. And it's playing out. Urban gangs. Screaming mean. You people seen these videos out there? These people, videotaping themselves screaming relentlessly. Again, this is 1982, people. Here's the next category, and I've got this in states and other things. So we got California, New York, Texas. What I'm surprised is Florida isn't in here, and Chicago. What are the states we're hearing in the news every single day? We turn on the TV or pick up a newspaper or research on the internet. These states are always in the news. Family values. What does New York and California have? Well, you got, Clinton, Bush, Pelosi, Newsom. All these people in California. Do you realize most of our congressional people on TV come from California? Look it up. Adam Schiff. And New York. So I'm going to name these people. Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, Newsom, Maxine Waters, Feinstein, Jerry Nader, Schumer, Devin Nunes, McCarthy. Notice where all these people, and I could go on and on. If you look up where these people, look at all these people that are on TV every day, these are the states they come from. New York and California. Immortality serum. That's that A stuff again. Hidden influence. All the judges. Silicon Valley in 82? Really? Hollywood. Predictive programming. Again, unmasked. Scandals. Next topic. Charismatic leader. Some people will say I'm reading too much into this, but this guy's got blonde hair. Just saying. Psycho gangs. They're out there, but anybody remember Bikers for Orange Man? China. Conspiracy theorists. Enough's enough. We're going to take our country back. Contract on America. It's not me they're after, it's you. I'm just in the way. Remember who quoted that? Cover-ups. The frog card. How did Pepe start? Power to the people. We're going to give power back to the people. Excuse me. Hoaxes. Russia, Russia, Russia. Let's get organized. Grassroots. We got to fix this at the state level. March on Washington. Was that January 6th? You tell me. Media sensation. That's what the Orange Man caused. Mob influence. Cancel culture. Moonbase. Hello, Space Force. Never surrender. Wonder who spoke that a lot. Interesting times. Are these not interesting times we're living in? Law and order. Who preaches law and order? Tax reform. Who gave us the best tax cuts in the history of this country? Excuse me again. I know, smoke another one. Here's my favorite card. Reverse whammy. All you Q people out there, anybody know what boomerang is? Getting a picture here? Revolution. God, we don't want that. No siree. Rewriting history again. exposing our history. Rogue Boomer. Anybody remember what happened off the coast of Hawaii back in the Q days? Q talked about it a lot. Remember that? How something got shot down, and then all of a sudden you had that Russia nuclear sub accident where it had to be rescued, and the 17 people on board perished. Secret Master. Dark Shadow Government. Who's running the shadow governments? Well, we know B.O. did, and now we also speculate that Orange Man is, right? The what they call that? The hidden enemy. Secrets no man was meant to know. Well, the Bible tells us at the end all secrets will be revealed. What are we seeing now? Supreme Court nomination. Oh, look. That's a familiar face in there, isn't it? Who had 3 nomination picks? Teflon coating. What was the nickname for the Orange Man? Wasn't it Teflon Don? Couldn't be touched? This was only a test. How many people have been waiting for the emergency broadcast? Right? Witch hunt. Who uses that term the most? Let the sunshine in. Dark to light. Are these phrases ringing a bell? Church of Elvis. JFK Jr. is still alive. So's Michael Jackson, Elvis, Princess Di. Getting the picture here? Messiah. The last trump card, in my opinion. Again, that goes back to the Antichrist, and he claims to be the Messiah. Just putting it out there. So this topic is other countries and stuff going on. So we got Canada. Now, why do I have Fidel Castro here? Well, if you read these card descriptions, it said something along the lines of, when I was copying these pictures, that nobody knew what plan Castro had. Well, the rumor mill is, again, my opinions, I can't prove it, but the rumor mill is Justin Trudeau is Castro's son. And he wanted to turn Canada into a communist nation. What are we seeing in Canada? Lockdowns. We're seeing the convoy now, and the people are turning against their government. England. Some have said we've always been controlled, going back to the Revolutionary Army, that we never won the war, that England's been in total control since day one. France. Every day there's protests in France. Germany. Merkel's out. They're involved in all this Ukraine stuff going on now, and Germany needs the pipeline coming through Russia. Italy. All part of the Russiagate. Spying on this country. Japan. Fukushima. Israel. Israel's last. Just like the Q board said, and just like the Bible says, where the main battle will take place. Switzerland. Oh, where's CERN located? Anybody know what CERN is? It's a super collider that they were trying to open a portal. Did they? And that's that column. So now let's go to Center for Disease Control. We're seeing that every day for the last 3 years. Epidemic. Interesting. Evil geniuses. Hello, Bill Gates, Dr. Fauci, and the rest of you evil people. Foiled. We're starting to see the narrative break down. Again, blinded by science. Every day it changes. Population reduction. Georgia Guidestones. Power. Mass murder. Is that the jabs? Who knows? Australian rules. What's going on in Australia these days? Anybody know? Privilege attack. What's being assaulted right now? Our rights. Our privileges. Can't go into bars. Can't go into stores. Gotta have our cards. Psychiatrists. Doctors. Anybody know what the mental health condition is in this country? Because it's dilapidated. There we go, Hollywood again. They're all out there talking about the jabs, right? All their spokespeople. Recording industry, lo and behold. Manipulated. Unmasked again. You're starting to see everything exposed. Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson getting exposed. The alarmists on TV now, all of a sudden, Dr. Malone, all these people are out there warning against what these things really do and pitting everybody against each other. Lab explosion. Oh, could that be the China lab? Where this all originated from? I don't know. Orgone grinder. Oh, that sounds kind of like organ harvesting. What country does that go on in? Where's the Olympics being played? Next category. Plague of Demons. Washington, D.C. Republicans. Democrats. Congressional wives. Didn't Q tell us, follow the wives? The corruption, the cover-ups, the embezzlements, emergency powers, lockdowns, family values. Again, all these people are connected. The Biden crime organization, all these people. Again, power, judges. The Supreme Court, what have they done with this voting stuff that's been going on? Absolutely nothing. Russia. And that's an interesting card. Jimmy Hoffa. Doesn't that look like George Soros? Again, you tell people a lie long enough, they'll believe it. Liberal agenda. What have they been trying to pass through these last year? With the Biden administration. Build Back Better. Green New Deal. Local police departments. Defund the police. Police getting killed every day. Political correctness. You can't say certain things on TV anymore, or on Instagram, or Facebook, or YouTube, or anywhere. You got to be politically correct. Offshore banks, sludge funds, money laundering. Notice how they got the laundromat there. Oh, there we go again. Pizza, have a slice. Russia. Scandals. Again, shadow governments. Teflon coating. None of these people have been held accountable. Upheaval. And this is preluding to what everybody is predicting out there. Not me, just everybody else saying, these people are backed up against a wall. There's panic in D.C. and they're going to resort to turning these groups loose. And we're going to have mass rioting. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, look at Wall Street. Bankers being arrested. You think there's going to be a financial collapse? I don't know. Don't forget to smash the state. Remember all those statues we saw being torn down? I apologize for going quick through this, but there's a lot to go through. So this category is all my Nasara Jasara. New reset. And there's one coming. It's just everybody's got a question of there's a good one and a bad one. My opinion on it is it's all bad. Dollars for decency. So you're going to be, if you believe in the NESARA GESARA stuff, you're going to be paid for doing good deeds. New federal budget. 1,000 points of light. Illuminati. Peace in our time. There'll be no more wars. Tax reforms. Orbit 1. What has Elon Musk been shooting up in the air? Isn't it funny how we had no space program for years? Now all of a sudden, we got rockets going up every other day, putting satellites up in the air. And it's supposed to be for a new internet and all this other stuff. You getting the picture here? Reorganization, sweeping reforms, because you know they're going to drain the swamp. Then we get the corporate masters, the corporations, which is officially the United States Corporation located in D.C. They control everything. The businesses, everything. Fast food chains. Everybody see all the articles about all these fast food chains and all the crap that they supposedly have been doing? Just saying. Power. Again, Soros. Monopolies, the military-industrial complex, phone company, AT&T, aren't they in the news these days? The Red Cross, anybody know about Haiti and all that other stuff and everything else the Red Cross has been doing in all these catastrophic events? Savings and loan scam. Anybody remember what happened in the housing market crash in 2008? Silicon Valley didn't exist in 82. Exists now. How much are they playing a role in all this media stuff? Again, unmasked. We got Wall Street again. The oil companies, OPEC. All controlled. This is the category of some of our three-letter agencies. You got the clowns. You got the Facebook people. IRS, EPA, the Fed, Power, computer virus. Nobody had personal computers in 82, really? Hackers? Didn't hear about this back then. Again, judges, Supreme Court, who's protecting these people? NASA? NATO? No such agency? Again, the complex? Orbital mind control lasers, that can't exist, can it? This is all conspiracy. This stuff doesn't exist. And you got the Pentagon again. You got the Red Cross again. United Nations. Oh, none of these things are connected. Come on, folks. I'm debunking this stuff right now. This is all crazy crap. Oh, look. Vatican City. The Pope. Really? Religious right? Come on, our religious leaders haven't been compromised. They haven't abandoned their followers and their church. No, they're going to lead us to the promised land. Moral minority? Scandals. No, there's no scandals in the religious community. There's no Vatican scandals. School prayer? No, we don't have that anymore. TV preachers? Oh, they're all being exposed, unmasked. Yes, hello, yes, thank you. Oh, and the end of the world. Everybody's out there predicting that. So there's my short presentation. Like I said, I apologize. I could have spent a lot of time on each one of those cards. But I wanted you to get the picture. Here's the question. Is this the plan? Or does it have a double meaning? Because in my personal belief, the plan is the Bible, Revelation. That's the plan. And again, the Bible to me is a way of life. Religions have taken it to form their religions into what they believe. But the Bible is not a religion. It's a way of life. And it does tells us to be watchers, to not fear. So, my question would be, my first side of the argument would be, excuse me, they're all in on it. That again, yes, we are watching a movie, we are watching a great plan, and they're all in it together. The other argument I've heard talking to a couple people before I decided to make this show was that maybe the White Hats and the Orange Man knew about these cards, and that's how they based the whole cue board and everything else around it. I can buy into that. I can also buy into the other side. Here's the problem. I need an explanation. Because as far as I'm considered, I'm going to go with what I can see. I can't go with what I know because there's only so much you can find. And nobody can really tell us what's going on behind the scenes except for some individuals. And until that happens, I'm going to sit on the fence and I'm going to wait and see how this plays out. And at some point, I'm going to fall on one side. Actually, I know I'm going to fall on one side, and that's going to be the side of the Lord. I've chosen my side. The question is, have you? So that's my show for today. Again, you do your own research. These are just my opinions. I just find it fascinating from 1982, looking at them cards, seeing all this stuff play out right now. I don't believe in coincidences, and I never have. So we take each day a day at a time. For the future is not known, the past is still unknown, and right now the present is crazy. So with that, until next time, stay strong, stay safe, stay vigilant, be prepared, keep your faith. And until next time, Zebra 3, take us home.